I'm not sure what happened. It like ended. We were in the middle of a conversation with Mr. Insta guy, and I was in mid question, and it like we lost it. So, but I'm back. I don't know if he'll come back or not. We'll see. Anyway, I was like in the middle of asking a question, and then I got dropped. So I don't know what happened. But anyway, I'm about to pull into a neighborhood where I have to go and pick up a camera. I'm getting a DSLR from a friend. I don't personally do photography, but I need it for a project. And so I'm about to go into this dude's garage. He's not even there. So we'll get to see what he's got. But it's a Mark III, I think, a Canon 5D, something like that. Nice camera. It'll be fun. Anyway, we were talking, Mr. Insta guy, and he changed his name and all this. I was going to ask the question, there's this theory about, being, engagement groups having you in the right niche. And I'm not sure how that works. So there's a lot of like different theories on that, and I don't think that's ever been proven that you have to be in the same niche with these guys. I think engagement with followers is the most important. Your follower engagement and all that. I got to put in a code, so I'm not close enough to the code. This is not safe, is it? Don't look. You can't see. There we go. It's about to storm here. So anyway, Andy says, what's the best way for a 17-year-old to get a digital marketing internship? That's a good question. That's a great question. The best way for a 17-year-old to get a digital marketing internship. Man, there's a lot of people here. Why? Guess I'll just... They're not here, but I guess they got some people working on their house. Anyway, I'm sorry. I should probably just let you guys go. How a 17-year-old should be in a digital marketing internship. What's the question about that? What's the answer? I'm sorry. I'm not focused. I'm all over the place. Man, just go online and go to digitalmarketer.com and start to take their, I forget what they call them. They're like these little mini courses. Digitalmarketer.com is a great resource for anyone who wants to learn digital marketing. And then you can actually get certified in their program. Go to like Udemy, some of these online course places, and you can find some very low cost courses on like Google AdWords. And then you can take that and then become Google AdWords certified. So get these skills under your belt. And then once you get those skills under your belt, begin to show that on a resume, and then go to your area wherever there are some agencies that are already established, and show them, hey, I've been through these courses. I'm certified as a Google AdWords person. You can even offer your services for clients for a really good price to just get some experience, and then you can show that to the people that you want to intern for, and then you're just basically, it's a shoe-in, man. Don't go to a place and be like, I don't have any skills. Can you teach me? I mean, obviously as an intern, they're not going to expect you to be amazing, but if you can show up as a wannabe intern who wants to be an intern there with some things already under your belt, that'll make it a no-brainer for them. Because then they can put you to work and use you for some things and not have to pay you much. So I have to get out and see. So okay, it's unlocked. Where's the light? Where's the light? Should I let you guys go? it is. Check out that ride. That's fun. I think that's all I need. I don't need to turn the lights on. I do need to lock it back. Can you explain how you work with engagement groups? Yeah, that's the subject of the day. Let me lock this behind me. Make sure there was nothing else in here. That's all I need. All right. Go skiing with me? Water skiing. You guys ever do water skiing wherever you are? I gotta finish putting this in the ride here. Okay. Let's talk engagement groups. Hey, let's see if Instaguy was actually... So engagement groups, there are different kinds of engagement groups. There's the DM groups on Instagram, and there's the engagement groups on Telegram, which are slightly different. And I think both have pros and cons. I don't think one is better than the other. Actually, I do. Let me explain. It depends on if it's like it depends on if it's it depends on if it's paid or not. The free engagement groups are crap. I mean, they're not going to help you out much. And the thing about engagement groups that matters a lot that I've seen is big accounts that give you engagement versus smaller accounts that give you engagement. That's one factor that's important. The other factor is you want to find in these groups true, authentic, as we were talking with Mr. Instaguy, authentic engagement on this, in the sense of like, not comments that aren't relevant or things like that. Comments that are relevant and good, healthy accounts that are liking you and commenting and saving and sharing. The engagement groups on Instagram, there's one that I'm in. There's a few that are paid. They're called Big Growth Engage. And they are really good because these are accounts that not only engage with you, but they can help you. I think networking is a very important part of engagement groups. Yes, engagement groups are meant to be the whole like for like, comment for comment, all that, and just to increase your engagement. But I think engagement groups are more important for smaller accounts, less important for bigger accounts. Because when you're larger, you get engagement from your followers a lot easier. Check this out. Hold up. I got Texas road bike on the right, big old diesel truck on the left. Dump truck. If I had been staring at my screen, who knows? I probably would have died and you would have witnessed it. And here we are. I don't want to kill anybody. I don't want to kill you. Don't want to kill you. Okay. This is a little bit different. I'm not really talking much about Instagram. I'm just hanging out with people on Instagram as you guys see me do my errands today. So, and this is a very unsafe, narrow road that I'm on, and I can't afford to die because my wife would be really pissed off and my boys would be sad. So, Mr. Instaguy says that's why I hate Texas roads sometimes. Hey, Mr. Instaguy, I forgot your name, but you want to come back on? We can talk engagement groups if you want. But what's up, Ivan? Hello, sir. All right, y'all. Let's see here. turning.
All right, we're back on. Hopefully we won't get cut out.
Yeah, I don't know what that was.
Yeah, no worries, bro. Yeah, okay, so with engagement groups, it's kind of tricky because I feel like there's getting in the right one is kind of a hassle in a way, because you feel like if you have like 8 engagement groups, for example, and you're sending your post to all of them, but they're not in your niche, like there has some travel accounts in there or whatever it may be in your business account, it kind of throws you off. It kind of works against you from what I've seen, in terms of just bringing in like randoms instead of like loyal people who want to see your content. Because in the long run, like if you do reach that 10K mark from 1,000 or whatever, and you're in a whole bunch of engagement groups and you bring 10,000 randoms compared to, like 1,000 loyal followers or whatever that may be. To me, I would rather have less followers, but people who actually truly care about the content I'm creating, than having engagement groups put out my content, but have nobody really care about what I'm creating. Because then what's the point? At least from my perspective.
No, I understand what you're saying. The only question with that is like engagement groups, in my opinion, they're only for one thing, and it's just to get you literally more engagement in terms of likes, comments, saves, and shares, and that's not what bring you followers, though.
Yes, but no, because when you don't,
right? Well, don't your followers find you on explore pages, hashtag pages, and similar accounts. So if they follow somebody and they see the little drop down, hey, these are the other similar accounts. So in that sense, if you're saying that those engagement groups put you in those things,
that's what because you can't get into the explore page. You can't really get into like those, like being ranked top on a hashtag if you're not being engaged with,
Yeah, but those
for a small account especially.
Yeah, exactly. But a hashtag, by definition, is a targeted thing. So the person that sees your post on whatever, it's going to be in your niche. So those people are good followers.
Right. But within hashtags though too, because I'm coming from like a small account perspective since I am just starting out. And so I believe I only have about 230 followers right now, just because it's my first week. But because like I could list hashtags like crazy, with niche specific things, like whether it be Instagram or Instagram coach or Instagram aesthetic, stuff like that. But the big accounts will always rank first, and the you get followers from those hashtags, yes. But if you're a small account like me, there are a lot of bot accounts that kind of follow you. And it's kind of hard to differentiate, because what I've noticed and looking at analytics and stuff, the people who come from hashtags that are followers usually don't engage that much. The ones that engage with me are the ones I reach out to and actually engage with their content first and kind of get to know them as a friendly face. Hashtag followers, it's
how can you tell which hashtag a particular follower comes from?
It's usually off. So I do 3 posts a day, or I try to. And so I'll make my hashtags very specific with that day, right? And so usually I'll see an influx of a follower, and I'll try to track one. And so it would have to come from one of those 3 posts. And then I check back at it. And if they're not there, it's kind of a bot account. But that's usually how it is. They'll follow you, the next day they'll unfollow you. It's a lot of follow for unfollow things that go
around. How many followers do you currently have?
Only about 230 right now.
So when you're like you said this, when you're small, you're able to see those things a lot more easily, a lot more clearly.
Of course.
But that can also throw you off, thinking that, oh, that's because I'm doing this or that. The thing that you're seeing is that you're seeing you're seeing a very small sample of everything, and so I would just suggest don't draw conclusions just based on the small sample that you have. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So I totally understand.
If you have because the hashtag thing, you can't really see which hash unless you're doing. Are you saying that you have one hashtag for the post, and then when you go to insights and you see that you saw an impression from the hashtag, you obviously know it's that hashtag. Is that how you do it?
But can you say that again? Sorry.
Well, I just don't understand how you're able to see which hashtags, which specific hashtags you're getting followers from, unless you were to have one hashtag on a single post, and then when you view insights on that post and it says impressions,
right.
you can see where explore page, hashtags, home, and other. If you see that there's some posts or some impressions on hashtags right there, right, and you only had one hashtag, then you would know, I guess. Is that how you're saying that?
No. So I can't tell. Like, if you were to follow me from a random hashtag, I would not be able to tell. But it's the group of hashtags that I use that I kind of understand, okay, he came from this area of hashtags, I guess you could say. And so like on my Instagram page, I posted, I'm trying to get like icons in that to kind of familiarize myself with Instagram. So there's like an Instagram cube that I have, and I took a picture of it, and that's why I'd like Instagram cube, Instagram, whatever that related to that physical cube object. And then, okay, they came from that aesthetic portion of that hashtag, the aesthetic hashtags and stuff. So it'd be like hashtag aesthetic, hashtag, stuff like that. Whereas if I were to do one of myself, it'd be a hashtag businessman, hashtag, stuff like that. And you can kind of see who's in what hashtags and which one is saying more, It's a lot of analyzing. It's a lot over analyzing, I feel.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how. It sounds like it's kind of guesswork.
Yeah, it's usually just how I see it is just testing out which hashtags work best, which brings in more engagement, which brings in like followers that stick, in a way.
I don't think you could control that. I mean,
over the long run, no, definitely not. Over the long run, no.
Well, but what I'm saying is, like, I would agree with you that there are certain hashtags that are just going to bring you crap followers, like Insta good or love or these massive stupid hashtags that are not targeted for a niche. And I think that anything that's targeted for a niche, for me, if I say marketing tips, I can't tell, like, okay, if I rank on marketing tips, I'm going to get some followers. Are those followers bots or not? I don't know. However, Instagram, thank God, is cracking down on bot accounts, and they're becoming less and less of a problem now. So I would rather rank on hashtags because I know that I'm going to get some quality followers because those are targeted tags. Especially like a tag for me, I'm in the marketing niche. Like ClickFunnels is not a very big tag. It's pretty small. That's a very targeted tag. I don't know if I'm ranking specifically on ClickFunnels. I could run a test, like probably like what you're saying, maybe, where I do ClickFunnels on one post. Let's say I have one post, and all I want to do is see if I can rank on the ClickFunnels hashtag. And so I just put in ClickFunnels, and that's it. First of all, I don't think that's a great strategy. Using one hashtag is not a great way to grow.
I agree. Yeah.
But like, I would at least know, okay, I'm ranking on that because I can check insights and I can see whether or not I was on a hashtag. And if it's the only hashtag, then I know I'm there. So, and if I get followers, I can assume from hashtags, maybe I got some, but they don't tell you, Instagram, you're not going to know where your followers are coming from. It's going to be from a lot of different places.
Right.
So that would be sweet if you could get deep analytics like that. But anyway, all that to say, I want to target those targeted hashtags because that's going to be where my audience is.
Yeah, I agree. And I guess just for people who are watching right now, I use anywhere from 15 to 30, 25 hashtags per post, or at least I try to. I don't know if that's the same for you.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, and then within those hashtags, because like you were saying, that the major big hashtags, it's so hard to like rank up on them. And I mean, if there's a post or a hashtag that has, I don't know, 16 or 20 million, posts to it or something, use it for one, but I would not use those for all of your hashtags. I would kind of diversify in a sense, but get some 20,000 hashtags over here and some high ranking 100,000 post hashtags over here and stuff like that.
Yeah, there's the staircase strategy. Have you heard of that?
Yeah, staircase. Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably the best hashtag strategy that I've come across. There's a few other ones that I teach, but like I know if you like do business, the hashtag business has 45 million post volume. So that's a very big hashtag.
Mm-hmm.
And it's targeted though. It's still targeted. And
Right.
if I do happen to rank on that, that's really good because that's targeted and it's also huge, which means the post is going viral. But the only way I would do that is if it's first going viral on other tags. So that's the hashtag staircase strategy is have a spread. So a spread of tags between small, medium, large, and like ginormous.
Uh-huh.
And then if you have a post that's just going well, it can get picked up on the larger ones, and you just increase your chances.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
And what's your take on like using different hashtags? Because you're kind of supposed to switch it up in the sense that you're not supposed to have the same hashtag list for every single post.
Right.
But when there's about 15 to 30 separate hashtags, at some point you're going to be using the same hashtag, right? But how does that look like? Are you using it like a same hashtag? Are you making sure, okay, I'm not going to use this for 3 posts?
No, I don't go okay. That level. I just
Right.
don't do it on every single post. So if yesterday I happened to have success and motivational quotes, I probably wouldn't use them in today's post, but I might use them tomorrow. But right. But I mix it up enough to where I'm not needing to. And I would say, man, there's way more than 30. You can find a lot of hashtags. And so what I say is build out hashtag sets that you can use. And in those sets, you're just going to copy them and paste them into something like Evernote or a Word doc or something.
Right.
And then grab, you can categorize the sets according to posts or whatever, and then just grab whatever you want for that post of the day. And there's plenty of tags. I mean, there's so many. And but that takes hashtag research. You got to know, like, if you're not using a tool for hashtag research, then you're just leaving a lot of hashtags on the table. Mm-hmm. Like Hopper HQ has a really good hashtag research tool that you can put in one tag, and then it'll bring up a bunch of tags related to it, and you can see the entire list of search volume and all that. So,
okay.
Hey, I got to answer this question. Rancher Our Foo says, "Why do you want followers?"
Okay. Well, I mean, followers, for one, they kind of give you that's your audience right there. So for one, that gives you a take of your audience, just as an overview, but it could bring people in. So like I just saw you hit 60,000.
Yeah.
Correct. Congrats to that too. But
thank you.
I'm more likely to follow a 60,000 follower account than I am to follow a 230 follower account. And so kind of gives you credibility in a way too. I don't know what's your take on that. I just kind of see it as that's kind of like your trophy thing that could get you up and down. There's ways to manipulate it, but that's what it is.
Yeah, but I think it's a great question what she asks. I think it's a girl. Maybe it's a dude. Sorry, man. Or they, whatever they are. No, my answer is simple. I run a business. I don't care about how many followers I have. I don't care about vanity metrics. And you're right. You can manipulate those numbers easily. You can go buy a bunch of fake followers. I mean, it's going to totally kill your account. At that point, you're not really being strategic. All you care about is sort of vanity, right? Mm-hmm. But the reason I want followers is because I want leads. I want customers. So like, yes, I want followers because I run a business and I have to get leads and I have to get customers. And with that, it's people, it's marketing. So like, why does any business want to do advertising? Why does any artist want to get in front of more people to sell more albums? I mean, it's the same question.
Right. So
now, if the accusation is that just seems vain and all you care about is like just being popular and famous. If you're not running a business, then yes. But if you're running a business and you have kids to feed, then I don't care what you think.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure.
you know, so.
I want to talk to you about Instagram's like SEO. So I see a lot of people, this works out really well. And I'm surprised nobody talks about this more, but like, for example, like if I'm the Insta guy or whatever. So my thing, I'm only targeting people who want to learn how to grow or position themselves on Instagram. So in my, like where it says your name and you could edit that in your bio, I put Instagram expert or put Instagram coach or something that identifies you as as what you do, and then put your name to the side. Because that way, when I look up what you are, you're going to pop up. If I type in Instagram, it's going to bring me a list of Instagram coach expert, whatever that may be. If I type in Instagram expert, I might rank on that top profiles that come up because of my name. And I feel like people, I mean, you could throw your name in your bio, or you could do a dash and throw it to the side of Instagram coach, whatever it may be. But I'm just surprised people don't do that more. Like, what's your take on that? Like,
No, I think optimizing your page is more about optimizing it for a follow and less about whether or not you're going to show up inside the search results of Instagram, because I don't think Instagram puts a whole lot of development in how their search works. I mean, they'll rank followers in they'll rank accounts inside search based on the name of the username and then based on how much engagement that page gets and how many followers they have. So that's, I think, pretty basic, though. That's a very basic search engine, right? It's not, I was saying this earlier, actually, before I think the thing got cut off. Instagram is not a search engine. So I would say that SEO is a little bit of a misnomer. But since there's that one search thing, you can do a few things to show up there, but that's just going to come when you grow.
Right.
And I think your username is important. I would say that in the bio and in your name, as you're talking about, optimize that more for the person that comes and views your profile, and, optimize it for them to hit follow. And so, and that's a big conversation. And that's actually what's in my book. I was actually talking about that before my thing went out too. Next week, my book's finally coming out. I've been working on this thing for like way too long.
Yeah. Well, when's the date? When's the exact date?
Wednesday.
Oh, wow. Oh, so it's really coming up. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I've been working on it for a long time, and it's been done, but I've been trying to get the offer together and the funnel and all that stuff. But
and the big selling it through Amazon or
no, it's just going to be through me.
Perfect. Nice.
Right here. And but the big thing I talk about in that book is like, you want to have a page that is an easy follow. You want to have a page that someone goes, I'm going to click on follow. And that's a psychological thing, but there are things in your bio with your name, with your username, with your profile pic, with your grid, your content, obviously. When someone goes to your profile and they look at it for the first time, what is their first impression?
Right.
And so I think that is probably more important than trying to do some like sort of SEO thing, because like I said, if you want to show up in the search results for Instagram, they're just going to put the highest authoritative pages in that search. So your one task as a page, and this is for everybody, this isn't just for you, man. Your one task as a page is to grow and to create amazing content and to continue to optimize your profile so that people hit on follow. And if you have a business page, you can see your insights, right? You can see how many profile visits you've had. Those people are coming and they're having an impression of you, and they are either bouncing or they're hitting on follow. And, you see that more and more as you begin to grow. More and more people are going to come visit you on your profile. Yes. But anyway, so when you're new, those of you guys who are new followers or new accounts, the first 30 days is Instagram is going to promote you just because you're new. They're going to say, hey, so-and-so is new to Instagram. And they're going to put you in front of people like new to Instagram. You see that. And and I talk about some of this stuff in the book. And so the whole name thing, for me, I don't have my name anywhere on the front part of my account because, I could probably do it now, but in the beginning, I did not want to do it because I wanted my page to be as easy to follow as possible. And the problem with people's names is when someone doesn't know who you are, you already shoot yourself in the foot because you're harder to follow because they don't know you.
Right.
So, and this is why I call it fame jacking. When you fame jack, when you hijack the fame of something else, your page is a niche page, and it's easy for people to understand what it's about, and they feel like they already know it. It's like a character in a movie. Like my marketing page has a little smiley face. It's like it's like Mr. Marketing if it was a character. And so they go psychologically, they're like, oh, this is cool. It's a page about marketing, and it's eye-catching with the smiley face. So it's like, it's Mr. Marketing. I know that guy, so I'm gonna follow him, right? And they don't know me. My name is nowhere on it. It's not about Nate. Right. But this is where the hijacking comes in. Once they follow me, they all of a sudden get to know Nate because I show up in the stories
and lives and stuff like that. And that's where we have like two different strategies in a way, because yours is content posts and, you know, stuff like that. Whereas my account, I noticed because that's what I would do with business stories. And yeah, it does get followers in a sense, right? And it's really good to grow because it's easy to just follow. It's easy to know. So how I just sidestepping just real quick is, if I were to go to someone's page, from the first like snap that I see your page, I should instantly know what you do and what you are. If I have any questions about what you do or what you are, to me, you don't deserve my follow, because I don't want to start guessing, you know. I want it to be easy. Sorry about that. I don't know what's going on.
That's all right.
But yeah. And so going back on like my strategy is, I'm trying to kind of create a personal brand and really throw my face in it, because I realized I did kind of a test, like split test, or just testing my posts in general. And I did that content where I just created it on Canva, and I was giving Instagram tips and stuff like that. And it was getting engaged with, but when I posted my face and what I do and why I'm doing it, well, it got so much more engagement right off the bat. And so then it kind of clicked for me that it's going to take longer for people to know me. And yes, like going the personal brand route is always going to take longer than going like your page, because it's simple and easy to follow. And I love how you do stories and lives, because that's such a great, people need to utilize that to max ability, you know? And it's such a sly way to sneak yourself in there. I love it. But for personal branding, like myself, because I'm trying to do it local based too. I'm trying to get myself recognized locally. And so that's why I'm trying to show my face more, because I'm trying to dominate my local area with Instagram, as well as teach people on a greater scale, you know, tips and tricks and how to do things like that.
That's great.
Yeah. But it just takes longer. So
it takes longer just because
if you're doing a personal brand, it's going to take some time.
It will take time. I mean, it takes time even for the method I'm talking about, but not as long. And my view is, if you want to have a personal brand and you want to really grow fast and you want to have a greater chance of, then do the fame jacking method, because I'm still personal branding big time. It's just behind the scenes through relationships, through DMs, through stories, through lives. And then I'm directing people into my funnel, and I have a business. So but for you, if you're doing the local thing, and I do the local thing too, but I'm not telling people really about, your marketing mentor as much. I show them that I can grow big pages. So that's helpful. If you're trying to do Instagram for somebody locally, and you can show them that you know how to grow an Instagram, and you show them a page of 50,000 plus followers, they're going to go, okay, you know what you're doing.
Right.
But they might also be a little bit leery if they're coming across you for the first time and you've never talked to them, and they see you on Instagram and they don't see a picture of who you are, and they're like, well, what is this? It's just a content page. I don't know if I'd want to follow that. So I totally understand that.
Yeah.
But I'd say try both, man, because if you're only being discoverable online and not, I don't know how you're marketing yourself, but you're going to meet people before they ever see your Instagram. Right. And, anyway, so, well, hey, I got to bounce, man. I gotta go in here.
That's perfect. It was a pleasure talking to you again. I love it. Yeah, I
Yeah,
always
bud.
look forward to your lives, man. I'm always learning something. So,
Well,
keep
hey,
it
my
up.
hat's off to you for just getting out there and doing the business. That's great.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. Well, you take care.
You too, Mr. Insta Guy.
All
Adios.
right. Have a good one.
See ya. All right, you guys. A few other questions in here. Where do you get content ideas from? Rarefied media. I get content ideas from going to the Explore page. There are other places like BuzzFeed and like online places where you can go and find trending topics, trending, content, and see if you can figure out a way to repurpose something in your own voice, in your own brand, if it's in your niche, of course. What's your turnover rate per followers for your business? Turnover rate. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Like if you're talking about followers who unfollow or followers who become customers. I don't know that. I mean, I don't know that which one your question is. If you're talking about followers who become customers, I do about, I'd say total, this is where it's like crazy because you can have a huge page and depending on your business model, you'd be surprised at how little it turns into business for you. Or you can have a very small page depending on your business model and it does very well. So for an example, my business model is information marketing. I sell courses, coaching, consulting, and I do have an agency, but I don't depend on Instagram to get me agency clients, even though I've recently added 3 new clients just from my Instagram page. And that's monthly retainer clients. Okay. But I've had a lot of customers come through my Instagram stuff because of my Instagram page who have bought my coaching program. I've gotten about 50. So 50, when you think about 60,000 followers, and actually at the time it wasn't 60,000 when I first launched the program, I probably had around 25,000 followers, something like that. It's starting to rain. I'm about to get rained on. And so that's when you look at that number of followers and that number of customers, that ought to tell you that it's very important to get a lot of followers if you have a funnel for information marketing. That business is a different animal. So, and you have to charge more. And so there's money to be made for sure, but take a different business model, for example. So that's my model. Another model is network marketing. So if you have an MLM or something like that, I have a lot of friends who do network marketing. They do very well. They're like top earners in their company, and they only have like 3,000 or 4,000 followers, and they're making good money because of the way that they've signed up people through Instagram. So it's just a different model, and their targeting is very different than my targeting. I'm a much broader business type niche page, and I've got anywhere from people from the ages of 17 up to 35, so a lot of people in my audience simply don't have money. They're not going to buy yet. And in fact, in the business niche, you have a lot of pages from the Eastern Hemisphere, and without naming countries, it's just unlikely that you'll get customers from those countries, and it's just because of where they are economically. So you have to kind of it's very nuanced, which means it's not as cut and dry and simple as you think. More followers doesn't mean more money. More followers doesn't mean more success. I know a lot of pages who have hundreds of thousands of followers who all they do is shout outs. And I'm not interested in shout outs. I would go broke as a business if all I did was shout outs. I'm not going to do shout outs. And so I'm making more money than they are, and I have way less followers because I have high ticket offers where I sell things for a lot of money, from little money up to a lot of money. I have what's called a value ladder in a funnel. So I'm not going to bore you guys. I feel like some of this stuff gets very technical and nerdy. I hope you're learning something, but I want you to be inspired that what you can do is you can grow no matter who you are, no matter what your niche is. You can grow a big page and you can make money from it if you follow the steps that I teach. So next Wednesday, get my book. It's going to be $7 for The rain is coming. It's going to be $7 for the book, an audio version of the book. I have a video training on it, and then I have some bonuses that are going to blow you away. One being an interview with a guy named Will Smith. So if you don't know who Will Smith is, he's a celebrity actor. But anyway, that's going to go live next Wednesday, and it's very exciting because I've been working on this for a long time. And that's a good, easy an easy road, an easy on-ramp to my stuff. If you haven't gotten anything from me, you'll also learn exactly how I've grown this page in this book. And if you don't like reading books, just listen to the audiobook and you'll learn everything you need to know. So, oh yeah, there's a funnel power pack with that you can get if you want, where I have 3 different funnels that you can learn that work on Instagram, social media marketing, into business, with email marketing, follow-up, things like that. And then there's also what I call psychology design. And there's a whole masterclass on psychology design, which is how to create good content that is going to have psychological triggers that get people to act or feel a certain way. All of that stuff's going to be available next Wednesday. So you guys, thanks for being on with me. I have a lot of work to do still. It's been a while since I've done a live, so it was nice to come on and chat with you. And thank you, Mr. Insta Guy, for coming on and talking about engagement groups and hashtags and personal branding and SEO and all that stuff. So you guys are awesome. Wonderful job doing your work. Keep it up, and we'll see you next time.